G'day guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be testing out chipping with the Rapsodo MLM2PRO on the current beta update. I released my video on the beta update a few days ago, and I had a lot of questions about chipping and whether chipping had been improved with this beta update. There was nothing in the actual change log about chipping. It was more on the course play, more on, setting up a timer so it doesn't time out. And they also introduced the Olympic course as well. But today I'm actually going to go and test chipping again. So I'm going to head out to the target range. I'm going to do the exact same test that I did in my previous chipping video, and we're just going to see how we go. Okay, so for this test, I'm going to use the official RPT balls because although every time I use my MLM2PRO, I use my Titleist golf balls with the Rapsodo ball dots. You can find those at rapsodoballdots.com. Although I use those to play my rounds with, and I never have an issue with spin axis, what I thought I'd do today is use the RPT ball so then there's no doubt in anyone's mind that this is an illegitimate test. I've also got my MLM2PRO on my stand from Claire. I've actually got it on the blue stand. This is the gray version, but I've got my MLM2PRO on this stand, so it's perfectly aligned. It is perfectly the correct height for my hitting mat. So everything is set up. I've actually got 7 foot unit to ball. So I've got 7 feet from my unit to ball, and then I've got 9 feet from my ball to my screen. So I'm going to start off just by doing some 6 foot carry chip shots in my room, and we'll see how we go. Okay, that was about 5 to 6 feet. And I've got a blue light, but it didn't register the shot. It definitely thought about it. Okay, that was definitely 6 feet. And that one registered. And it also has come up with a carry of 2 yards, which is 6 feet. So that's good to see as well. Okay, that was about 5 feet, if I'm honest. And it's got a blue hanging light, but it didn't register. Okay, that was about 7 feet. And it's got a blue light, but it didn't register the shot. It's still got a blue light. There we go. That was 6 feet. It's got a blue light. It's thinking about it, but it's just not sending the shot through. I'll do one more shot, and then I'm going to have a look at that video replay of the shot that did register. Okay, that was 6 feet. It's having a think about it. It's definitely seeing something, but it's just not able to send the data through. Let's have a quick look at that shot that actually did register, because what I want to see is I want to see if the unit is cutting off that video. So first I'll show that. So you can see that the ball actually does get airborne. There's plenty of ball there for the actual unit to see. So you can see that. It does get quite high. So it's not like it's along the ground. You can see the ball in the air. It gets at least a foot into the air. Let's look at the impact vision. And this is exactly what I thought would happen. So what we can see is we're seeing a lot of club, and then when I actually hit it, we'll count the rotation so you can see the V on the Callaway. So it's seeing about a rotation, just over a rotation of a golf ball there. So we are seeing a lot of club and not a lot of ball flight. And potentially, I mean, I don't know how this system works, but potentially the unit is just not capturing enough ball flight information to send the shot through. Potentially, I don't know. That's just my theory. Okay, let's go and hit some 10 foot carry shots then, and we'll see if they register any better. So these should be hitting my screen, maybe a few inches to a foot up on my screen. Okay, that was about, a foot up. And it's got a blue light again, but it's just not sending it through. I'll go again, 10 foot carry. Yep, that was about 10 feet. And it's got a blue light. It's just not sending the shot through. That was about 12 feet. And that shot registered. And that registers as 12 feet. Let's hit a few more. We'll see if we can get them to register. I'm going to keep trying to do 10 feet. That was 10 feet exactly. And it's blue light, not registering. Try and hold my finish and see if that makes a difference. No, that was about 11 feet. Not registering. We'll do another 10-foot carry. That was 10 feet exactly. Now I have measured this off with a tape measure. I've got 7 foot from my unit to this ball. Let's try and move it a little bit forward. Let's go slightly forward then. We'll go pretty much 8 feet. So I've got 8 feet now from unit to ball, 8 feet to the screen. That one registered. So, I mean, maybe ball placement is a real thing. Okay, that was 10 feet. That one registered. So even though I have the ball in the actual box, when I'm 7 foot unit to ball, maybe going further forward is optimal. Okay, that's 3 in a row that's registered when I've been, 8 foot unit to ball. Let's have a look at those video replays. So first I'll check out the one that was 7 foot unit to ball. And as you can see, I'll just show you the ball get airborne. I mean, it is getting at least a couple of feet in the air. We'll go to the impact vision. And yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of ball information there for the unit. Comparing that to like a 7-iron, which I'll show you in a second. The 7-iron, the ball hits the screen, so it's got much more data to work with. So again, we're maybe seeing a revolution of the ball. Let's look at some of these shots now that were, all 3 of these registered when I had it 8 foot unit to ball. Let's have a look at this. So it's still capturing the same amount of ball information, but for whatever reason, it registered 3 in a row. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go forward to that 8 foot unit to ball, and I'm just going to hit some 6 foot shots. And I'm just going to see if these register. Okay, that was about 5 feet. It's having a think, but it's not sending it through because potentially with chipping, you need to move further forward. That was about 6 feet. And it didn't register. Maybe those 3 shots were a fluke. Let's go one more 6 foot shot from this forward position. That was about 6 feet, 5.5 feet maybe. That one registered. Okay. So that one did register. I'll do one more from this forward location, 6 foot carry. That was 6 feet. That was a really nice chip. And it registered. It's saying 9 feet, but it was definitely 6. I'm going to move back to 7 foot now, unit to ball. And I'm just going to do some 10-yard carry shots. Might be a little bit further than 10 yards. 14 yards. At least it registered. Okay, that'll be about 12 yards, I'd say. 11 yards, so that was good. It registered perfectly. That should be 10. 12. It did register. All of that data looks good. That'll be a bit further, I think. That'll be about 14. And it registered perfectly. We'll go one more. That should be 10 yards. Oh, it's having a think. And it didn't send it through. We'll try and get a 10-yard shot to register. That was 10 yards. Oh, come on. It didn't register. That was about 14, I think. Yep, 13 yards carry. That should be 10 yards. 11 yards. It did register though. Let's have a look at those on the impact vision. Okay, so this one carried 10.9. You can see the ball is getting plenty of height. Let's look at the impact vision camera. See, to me, that is capturing way too much club data. I mean, the ball doesn't make contact with the club until pretty much the end of the video. And you can see that we've got maybe 1, 2, there's 4 frames of information there for the actual unit to try and register the spin. And that, I don't think that's even a revolution of the golf ball. It did miss a couple of these shots. And again, I just wonder whether it's the lack of information for the unit that's causing these shots to sometimes not register. Let's have a look at another one. Again, so much club information and barely any ball data there, like barely any. What I'll do is I'll hit a 7-iron, and look, this is just my theory. This could be completely wrong, and get ready for a really stiff swing. This will go absolutely nowhere. First shot, first full swing of the day. Oh, that was very stiff. Nice and straight though. Okay, let me show you this. Okay, check this impact vision out with a 7-iron. So club data, I hit the ball right at the start of the video. And look how much information the unit has now for ball data. I mean, there's at least 3 or 4 revolutions there. You can pretty much see the ball hit the screen. I'll play that through. But there's just so much more information there for the unit to calculate spin and spin axis. Comparing that to the chip shots, where most of it is club data, and then you only get a tiny bit of ball data at the end. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know how that algorithm works, but potentially this is the issue. I'd love to speak to someone from Rapsodo and actually get to the bottom of this. Okay, let's finish up with some 30-yard shots. I got 34 yards to that target. It's a couple of yards downhill. So I'm just gonna hit a couple of 30-yard shots to that flag. We'll try and hole out. Oh, it's way short, 26 yards. Did register though, which is good. Still short, 27. Registered, 28, we're getting closer. Okay, hopefully that's there. Come on. It has a blue light, it just didn't register the shot. So that is the first pitch shot that it's missed. We'll go again. Okay, that was harder. That should at least be on the green. Just on the front edge there, that was a nice shot. I'm interested to see how the impact vision looks on these shots. That was a really nice shot there. Be good. Lovely shot. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit a full lob wedge. So I've got lob wedge selected in the application. I'll have a look at those impact vision shots in a sec, but I'm just going to hit a full lob wedge now because I want to compare the videos. Okay, that was a full lobby. We'll see where that goes now with the impact vision. Okay, so first we'll look at these 31, the 2 shots that actually hit the green. And we'll go to impact vision. And as you can see now, the further we hit, so this was a 31-yard shot, as we start to increase our swing speed, the unit is capturing more and more ball data, which is what this unit uses. It uses the dots on the ball to capture the spin and the spin axis. It uses the, well, this is my assumption, it uses the radar for ball speed, VLA, HLA, and then it uses the dots for the spin and spin axis. That would make sense with the paid subscription. So with the paid subscription, with the Rapsodo, it unlocks spin axis and spin data. Without the paid subscription, you get access to everything else. So that kind of checks out with how this unit would work using radar for vertical launch angle, horizontal launch angle, ball speeds, club speeds, and then using the actual camera, the impact vision, to get that ball data. And as you can see, as I increase swing speed, the unit is now capturing a lot more ball data. If we go to our 98-yard shot, our full lob wedge, and you just can see how much ball data the actual unit's getting now. I mean, it's a lot. It is capturing so much ball data. Compare that to our little 10-yard chip shot, where it's getting mostly club data, and then a tiny bit of ball data at the end. To me, I personally think this is why the Rapsodo MLM2PRO has an issue at the moment with chipping. So with that said, with all that testing done, has the beta version of the application improved chipping? I'm going to say no. I still think there are slight issues with the algorithm in the Rapsodo MLM2PRO with chipping, for me personally, especially those short chip shots. Other people don't seem to have an issue, but for me personally, I do. Chipping for me just isn't as optimized as I think it could be with this unit. And potentially, I mean, I don't know exactly how this algorithm works. I am not affiliated with the Rapsodo. I don't work for Rapsodo, but for me, potentially adding a chipping mode, or even just a club selection, instead of just having lob wedge, sand wedge, pitching wedge, and going up to driver, adding another club selection which has a slower swing speed mode, potentially that might make it easier for them to adjust that capture window for slower swing speeds with things like chip shots. That's just my thoughts and that's just my theory. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, let me know. Any comments or questions, let me know down below and I will catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.